Okay, this is the next one. You break the words apart, you dissect them, and if you know those meanings, it's kind of like a puzzle, I guess. And I'm going back to what Doug had said earlier about knowing the prefix of un. If they know what that means, then that kind of opens up a new world for different words. This strategy is really to explore the embedded root words, prefixes, and suffixes. So you're focusing on the morphemes. And one thing too I wanted to mention, sometimes when kids, they may get confused, mixed up between the morphemes and the syllables. So you may want to have to do some pre-teaching on that to determine, so that they will know the difference between the two. Because morphemes is broken apart and each part has a meaning. So that's the smallest unit of meaning in a word is a morpheme. And then the syllable is just, breaking apart the sounds. Prefixes are helpful in determining the meanings of words because they're easy to identify at the beginning. That's the easiest ones. They're consistently spelled. If it's a prefix, it's pretty much spelled the same. With suffixes, sometimes you have S, sometimes you have ES, and it can be confusing. And they are consistently, they alter the meaning of words. So for example, with the word pre, which means, or not the word, but the prefix of pre, which means before, preheat would be heat before, and then of course pre-test would be to test before. So it's consistent in that meaning, which makes it very easy for kids, again, if they know that un means not, anything that un is in front of, they're going to know that it's not something. So it makes it easy for them to remember when they can apply that. And I thought this was really interesting. 20 prefixes account for 97% of the prefix words. This one is really cool. But again, a lot of pre-teaching needs to go along with this. Is they need to be able to identify what prefixes are, what roots, and the suffix, on how to break those apart. So you want to, that's a lot of pre-teaching there as well. Now, and obviously another one would be knowing the meaning of those words. Now, again, as we know, there are hundreds of prefixes and suffixes and root words and their meanings, and there is no way that our kids are going to know those. I don't know all of them, and there's no way that anybody can know all of them. So that's why I was talking earlier about having a list of those, to where they can at least recognize, when they look at a word, they can recognize that I know that's a suffix. I don't know what that means, but I know it's a suffix. So I'm going to go to my suffix chart and I'm going to look up and see what that word means. Okay, let's use the word retractable. Okay, what is the word retractable? Say, repeat it over and over until they're pronouncing it correctly. All right, so what is the prefix in this one? Okay, so what would it be? What would the prefix be in this one?
Re.
Re. And what would our suffix be?
Able.
Okay, and then that leaves our root word to be tract. Okay, now re is hopefully a word that, a prefix that they would know, but if not, they can look it up. What does re mean?
To do again.
Okay, so again, yeah. Again. And then the root tract is pull. And able, or what would that one mean? That one means you can do it, or it's able. Actually, the meaning is spelled the same a lot, so you're able to do something. Okay, so then when you're doing this strategy, you're not giving them the definition at first. You're letting them figure it out. So this is why I like it. It's the puzzle piece to it. So you're giving them the word, you're going to pronounce it, you're going to break it apart, and know what the meanings of those morphemes are, and then oh, hold on, guys. I apologize. That goes down here. You write your prefixes. When you separate them up here, you bring it down so that they can see each piece separated. I got ahead of myself. Okay, so you separate it up here, and then that way, again, it's not with my mess marked out, but it's a clear visual for them that they could really see the word broken apart into each of those morphemes. And then means again, tract means to pull, and able means can do or able. Okay, so now, based on what those meanings are, what do you think, what is your prediction of what retractable means? What do you think it means? And then you could, well, if you can, so it's able to pull again or pull back also. Also means back. So you can, it can be
Pulled back again.
Pulled back again. And then the last part is you have them look up the definition of what that is in the end. And I have the definition written down, but I am going to look it up and see what this one says. Okay, so in my English Learners Dictionary, the word retractable is a retractable part of something can be pulled back into the main part. So that's pretty cool. That one's real close. So we're going to, the retractable part of something, so can be pulled back into the main part. And you'll see that when you break words apart like that, most of the time, the prediction word, if you have those meanings, is sometimes they're exactly the same, but they're very, very similar, which is really cool. And once students can see that after they do a few of these, and when their prediction is very similar to the standard, they get so excited and be like, oh my gosh, I know this, and I can know these, and I have a strategy to figure out what these words are on my own. If you know those word meanings. That's why I love this one so much, because I think it's attainable for the kids, and it shows them success for those little bitty pieces.